to the finish line. Seatbelt, fast whips, got a winning mind. See me when I skirt off.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the Girl You're Fine podcast. Now before we get into this next episode, we do have to give a quick shout out. Girl You're Fine is not affiliated with the Northwest Student Media, but shout out to them for providing the space and equipment to record this episode. Northwest Student Media creates the Northwest Missourian newspaper, KNWT Student Television, KZLX, 106.7 Student Radio, and the Tower Yearbook. Find out more at northweststudentmedia.com. Let's get into it. Hello guys, and welcome back to the Girl You're Fine podcast. I'm your host, Katie Bird. I could not be more excited that you're joining us for this week's episode. Today we have a very special, long-awaited guest. Welcome, Lily.
Hey.
Lily, how are you feeling? Is this your first ever podcast?
Yeah, it is. I'm a little nervous.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have a lot to touch on today, so I think we need to just get into it.
Of course.
Okay, so Lily is actually my cheerleader, you guys. She is literally like the little sister I never had. So she tried out for the team last year and made it.
Yeah.
And she became my little, and ever since then, we've just been inseparable.
It's like so fun.
It's literally so fun. And you're the biggest Swiftie I know.
Oh, really?
An even bigger Swiftie than me, which
That's
is
saying a lot.
Crazy. So you recently went to the Eras Tour.
Yeah, I went to New Orleans night 3. It was so amazing.
Okay, so walk me through a little bit of like what getting the tickets was like. Because I know it was a process.
Yeah, it was. So we didn't get tickets for Kansas City, which we're like, all right, like that's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we saw like the new like added dates, and we're like, all right, so I have 2 older sisters, and we each tried for like Miami, Indianapolis, New Orleans, and we got denied on the other 2 besides New Orleans. And I remember that day we were headed to the Ozarks. And my parents were like, get in the car. We're like, no, we can't. We have to. We were like 100 people left in the queue. We got on, and we found like lower bowl seats. We were so excited. We never hit purchase as fast. Like, it was so scary. We were like sweating, and it was intense.
So you road trip down there.
Yes.
How long was the drive?
It was like 15 hours, I think.
That
we drove
is so insane.
On the way down, we did 4 hours the first night, and then only like 9-ish the next day.
That is so insane. Okay, so walk me through the day like of the Eras Tour in New Orleans. You met someone really special that day.
I freaked out. So we actually stayed in Baton Rouge, and then that day we drove down to New Orleans, got checked into our hotel, which the hotel was insane. Hundreds of people in the lobby checking in, checking out.
Swifties?
Trading friendship bracelets in the
That's
hotel.
so fun.
They had, like, I'm not of age, but sisters had
Some margaritas?
Taylor Swift themed drinks.
Are you
Champagne
serious?
Problems. Love her. It was the cutest thing.
Oh my gosh.
Ever.
I feel like the
Ever.
Swiftie business owners get really creative with that kind of
Yes,
stuff.
they do. Even like coffee shops, lavender haze, and like
my
different like
gosh.
bejeweled muffins. A beignet was a bejeweled theme. Like the whole city was decked out in Taylor Swift.
What's a beignet?
It's like a I don't know like what the proper term is, but it's like a donut covered in powdered sugar, but there's no like dough in the middle. It's kind of like a big air pocket.
Wait, I love that.
It was delicious.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so then you guys go to dinner before the show.
Yes, and we got to dinner, and it was just like a little block away. And the host was like, are you guys going to the Taylor Swift concert? And we're like, yeah, like we all have our outfits on, like jewels in our hair, friendship bracelets on, you know, like our clear little bags, and 13s on our hands. And she's like, all right, we're going to sit you next to Mr. Paul. I see his mullet, and I freaked out. I was like, my back was to him, and I'm like facing my sisters, like, oh my gosh, look. And I like was like, can I trade a friendship bracelet with you?
Oh, and it was Taylor's guitarist.
Yes, lead guitarist. Her day one. It was so crazy. He had a little security guard. He was eating his little, like, jambalaya.
Oh, was he nice?
He was so nice. So nice. It was insane.
Wow.
Insane.
Okay, so tell me about you and your sister's Eras outfits. Like, who was who?
Yeah, so I was, like, kind of midnight-y, kind of fearless. I had, like, a blue, like, fringe romper, like, navy blue. Maddie was 22. She had the a lot going on at the moment.
I
sure.
love that. And her little fedora.
Yes,
Taylor
it was
Swift fedora.
so cute.
So cute.
And me was like Reputation, had like a black dress on, very cute. And then Trent just like kind of went more debut, my brother-in-law, and had like cowboy hat and cowboy boots. He also wore a Chiefs jersey, 87. So
I love that. Okay, so getting to the Eras tour, like getting in your seats, like
Yes,
you guys had
that-
great seats.
yes, that actually was so easy. I don't know. So they had the ticket scanning at like the entrance of the stadium, and it was like complete opposite of Arrowhead, because you know Arrowhead you scan and you're in the stadium. You kind of had to walk around. There's like a big courtyard of like the Saints, which was like really crazy. And then you walk up a bunch of stairs, and then there's like another place where you could only get into certain areas with your ticket. Like they had to like show your ticket, and if you weren't in that section they wouldn't let you down. It was very, very intense, but we got to our seats fast. Merch line wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It looked very long, but they had like 8 people working the stand, and we got all the merch we wanted.
You got the TTPD?
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It was so good.
You know what
So
I'm
good.
thinking? We're going to have to like insert your reaction to seeing Cruel Summer for the
It
first
was
time live.
embarrassing.
No, it's so fine.
Embarrassing.
Okay, so had you seen videos of the Eras tour? Did you know what to
Yes.
expect?
I knew what to expect, and I like knew the hype of it, but I also like we had these tickets for like a year and a half. Like we bought them on pre-sale.
I remember.
So, yes.
It was last summer.
Yes.
Because a little backstory. So Lily and I, we are both on the same cheer team, and we used to work events at Arrowhead Stadium.
Yes.
One of them being the Eras tour.
Yes.
And they let certain people go down the floor. Where did they put you?
they like left me in the parking lot.
Oh my! But you
And
could
then-
hear
Yes,
the concert.
and they like the manager said, I guess you're free to go. So I just like kind of went and like sat at the concert. Like I
Oh
still
my
gotta watch it,
gosh.
but it wasn't like as fun. Like I wasn't dressed up.
Right.
or
Yeah. Like we
anything.
had to wear these like yellow polos.
Oh, they are disgusting.
Actually bad.
Disgusting.
And I wasn't supposed to be on the floor either. And then
No.
someone down on the floor that was working it got sick, so they moved me down. Literally like in front of Taylor, and I was about to have a stroke, but you can't turn around and look at her. I only did a few times, like broke the rules a little bit. But I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
So, okay, tell me a little bit about your history as a Swiftie. Like, when did it start for you?
So my two sisters, Maddie and Emmy, they've been Swifties since like forever. So I'm the youngest, so I always grew up with Taylor Swift. I remember on my desktop computer in Kansas City, I would search up. I remember watching that Everything Has Changed music video over and over again.
Oh my god.
Red was definitely like the first album I like knew, but I like still knew all the old songs. And Red was my first Taylor Swift concert. First concert in general.
Was it at Arrowhead?
I think it was at T-Mobile.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
We were
Or
definitely
Sprint
there
Center
together.
at the time. Oh my
Did
gosh.
you get the shirt that said red with like the little sleeves that were
Uh-huh.
cut off and like the V-neck?
Yep, and there's
That
a
was a
picture.
really big
That was
deal.
when she was sponsored by Diet Coke.
Yep.
And I have a picture with her Diet Coke stand.
I do too. We should find those pictures and put them in
Yes.
here. I vividly remember before that concert. Okay, so this is so embarrassing. I had like neck warts, and I had to get them frozen off before the concert, and so I had like all these Band-Aids on. And then my friends were asking me like, Katie, like, what do you have Band-Aids on your neck for? And I'm like, don't worry about it. And I was trying to act all mysterious, and like the whole concert, I just remember like trying to forget about my neck warts, and I couldn't because they were so embarrassing.
Oh, that's so funny.
So going back to the Eras Tour concert,
Yes.
what is your favorite era of all time?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think listening to it on my own is probably Midnights, which I know is like pretty cliche, but at the Eras Tour is my least favorite because I was like so sad that it was over.
Oh, it's so
like
heartbreaking.
when you see those little clouds and ladders come on, you're like,
Yep.
wait a second.
And when you hear Vigilante, it's like
Is this real life?
your canon event.
Yes.
Yeah. I am so jealous because you got to see Tortured Poets live.
Oh my gosh.
What was that like?
It was crazy, Katie. Phil called you Taylor Swift.
What did she come out with
Oh.
during Tortured Poets?
What did she come out with?
Yeah, like what song did she
I don't even
start
remember.
with?
It was like, I do remember I was expecting the full song of
No,
So High
Down
School.
Bad Cry.
Yes!
Was that one of them?
I don't know. That was, they all blurred together. We should
I-
cut this part out.
Well, I feel like at the Taylor Swift concert, have you heard of a Taylor Swift blackout?
Yes!
So that's really a thing. I remember seeing TikToks, like, last summer especially, people would go to the concert, and then they wouldn't remember it because they'd be in such a hysteria.
Yes, I remember, like, everything from every single, like, I guess, era, but then there's, like, some things I'm like, wait, what? And then I remember the next day, like, driving home, I saw, like, all the TikToks, and I was like...
Yeah, it's so sad. And the Taylor Swift hangover is real.
So real.
It's like the post-concert depression, but at the Eras Tour, it just hits different.
Yes, and it's like you're on, like, this, like, almost, like, high of Taylor Swift, and then it just, like, goes away, and you, like, don't know what's happening.
Yeah, because if you think about it, most people, like... It's an investment to go to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. You have to travel.
Yes.
You have to get your tickets a year in advance. It's not like you can just buy them, a few weeks.
Yes.
Like, no, it's competitive.
It is insane. I sat next to these two girls, and they avoided watching Taylor Swift, everything. Scrolled past TikToks. Didn't watch the Eras movie.
That had to have been so hard.
Yes, it was. And then I remember I recorded their transition from Don't Blame Me to Look What You Made Me Do. And their jaws were on the floor.
Oh my gosh, Lil.
On the floor. And they were like crying. I was crying too.
That's so sweet. You know what I would love to see is a Taylor Swift concert proposal. Did you see any?
I didn't. I told Maddie and Trent that they should recreate their proposal.
To make everyone in the stands freak out. Because those, like, always blow up on TikTok.
They always do.
It's the craziest thing. Okay, so you went to the Eras Tour. Coming back, like, was it just insane for you? Like, had it even hit you that you really went?
No. It's still, like, sometimes I see TikTok and I'm like, wait. That wasn't me. Like, but it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we need to talk about how you got scammed out of one of your outfits.
Oh my gosh! If you're watching this and you have Etsy, watch out.
Seriously, especially if you're trying to get
a
midnight bodysuit.
Oh my gosh, I was so angry.
They did you dirty.
They did me so dirty. 50% off, and I was like, Mom, I think it's because like the Eras Tour is ending and the site looks legit and everything. Reviews were great. And I was like, wow, this is taking a really long time to get in. Like, 3 weeks before the Eras Tour. And then I went to go look at the reviews again, and, like, it was, like, 5 hours ago. This is a scam. And I just burst into tears.
Because you knew you had been scammed.
Thankfully, I got my money back, though.
Okay, good.
Thank you, PayPal.
That's insane. It's just crazy that, like, big websites can get away with this kind of stuff.
Yes.
It's like those sellers.
Yes,
They're
it's insane.
so shady.
It is so insane, so watch out.
And I really thought it was legit, too.
Yes, I remember showing you guys how. Wait, so I'm being like, guys, look at this.
Yeah.
It was, and then.
But your Fearless blue one came through.
Yes.
It was so cute.
Yes, it was like sparkle on top, fringe on the bottom is a romper, very comfortable.
Wow. Okay, so you've been to the Red Tour, Eras Tour. Have there been any other ones?
Ooh. I don't think so. Maddie's been to everyone, though.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so you told me you went with your sisters, who also feel like my sisters.
Yes.
I literally love Maddie and Emmy with my whole heart. And I've always been jealous because you got to grow up as my dream. I was an only child, so it's a little different. What's it like growing up as the youngest of 3 girls?
It was insane. Like, sometimes I remember being, like, 7 and being like, wow, my sisters are grouchy. And then I was, like, their teenage years, you know?
Yeah.
But I also remember that I always got, like, they convinced me to push me down a staircase in a suitcase. They, like, zipped me up and just pushed me down the stairs.
Oh, no. I feel like the youngest siblings always get the brunt of, like, the... I don't know, not roommate, what am I saying? Sibling hazing?
Yes, and then it snowed really bad, and we had a golden doodle at the time that would always run away. They tied a sled up on it and let the dog go free with me on the sled.
Are you kidding me, Lily?
Yes.
You could have broke your neck.
It was safe. He was just pulling me, like...
Okay.
I don't know, we thought it was like a dog sled or something.
Oh.
But... it was rough.
Okay.
But it's also so fun.
Yeah.
Talking about boys
Yeah.
and, like, outfits. Like, you always have someone there to, like, say if your outfit's cute or not and if your hair looks good.
Oh, yeah. I feel like all my friends have sisters. They always, like, bicker, but they're always so close and seriously best
like,
friends.
sometimes we can, like, bicker and, like, bloody murder scream at each other for, like, 15 minutes. And then, like, the next minute we're like, hey, you want to go get hype or, like, Sonic or something? And, like, it's so fast.
That's just a part of it. And so your oldest sister is married.
Yes.
Emmy is single and living
ready
her
to mingle.
best life.
Yes.
And then, okay, so I think it's time for our next bullet point. Lily, Girl You're Fine podcast is all about relationships.
Yes.
And you're in a long-term healthy relationship. complete opposite of my college love life. I look at Lily's relationship and I literally tell her, I'm like, Lily, you're going to be married with 5 kids. Not 5.
Ooh.
Maybe a couple kids by the time I finally settle down.
And I tell Katie that's a lie.
So what's it like being in a long-term healthy relationship while in college?
Honestly, like, I feel like it's no different. Very definitely, like, have open communication. Like, we don't have any secrets. And, like, we're never, like, having to check each other's phone and, like, anything like that. Like, we're just very open with each other and really real and good communication.
You're honest with each other.
Yes,
and
that's
I feel
a
like,
big thing.
Oh, yeah. The trust for you guys is just there.
Yes.
Like, if you're having a night out with the girls, if he's having a night out with the guys, you guys just let each other have fun. If you run into each other, you run into each other.
No, that's exactly, like, how it goes. Oh, like, if you're going to be here, then, like, perfect. Like, I might be there, too. See you later, like, type thing. Like, we're never bugging each other.
Yeah.
But
how important do you feel like it is to have your own separate life outside of a relationship?
it is so important. Like, having that boundary of, hey, I need a girls' night, or hey, I need to work on homework is really big for me. And then also, like, having that time where it's like, oh, let's have, like, a nice date. Like, we never, like, we're always going on dates and, like, going on little day trips or anything like that.
That's just so precious. I just ship you guys so much, more than any other couple. Did you come into college thinking you were going to get in a relationship, or, like, how did it play out? I'm curious.
I don't know. It was just kind of, like, it was just weird how it all, like, panned out. And, like, I just remember going on a date. I'm like, oh, it's just going to be, like, a couple dates. Like, it'll be kind of fun.
You just want to get to know it.
Yes,
like, you were new to the college.
College life is new. And, like, there's so many boys on campus. Like, what do I do? And then we just, like, kind of clicked. And then I remember the second date. I was like, I don't know. Like, this is, like, I don't know how I
remember
feel.
Lily coming to cheer practice and being like, guys. But you were trying to play it really cool to him.
Yes, I was trying to play, like, really cool, keep, like, simple conversation. And then the third date, it was, like, really good. And I was like, oh, this, like, actually might, like, turn into something. Because I either, like, on my past dates, I either got, like, an ick or, like, or, like, kind of, like, an off vibe. But, like, we were always honest and open with each other from the start.
Wow. And so you definitely knew, like, right away, like, it was different than things that had happened in the past.
Yeah, just, like, I went on a couple dates, like, from senior year to, like, the beginning of freshman year of senior year of high school to freshman year of college. And it was just, like, during the summer, I was like, I don't really want a boyfriend. Like, I'm going into college. And even when I, like, first came into college, I was, like, still wanted to, like, keep it open.
Right.
Like, you never know, but...
So you would say it happens when you least expect it?
Yes, it definitely does. I knew, like, my heart was ready for a relationship, but I wanted to make sure it was, like, the right guy.
Yeah, kind of feeling like the mastermind Taylor Swift song. That's sometimes what I think whenever I'm, like, interested in a guy. It's like, okay, let's see how I can, like, play my cards over here.
No, exactly. You never want to come off too strong.
Exactly. You have to be strategic with it.
Yes, and you don't want to, like, Snapchat real fast back.
Exactly. It's like, okay, I'm going to text him, but Lily, I have to make sure, like, this sounds okay.
No, Katie calls me all the time. What do I say? What do I say?
Especially today. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So what advice do you have for girls who want to be in a healthy relationship and don't even know where to start looking for one or how to be that healthy partner that their boyfriend needs?
Yeah, so to start looking for one, just be ready. Like, be able to, like, look on what you want in a relationship and what you don't necessarily need. Because I know, like, for me, I, like, wanted, like, a good, healthy relationship, and, like, honest was a big thing for me. And always having, like, each other's emotions on the right, like, page and no secrets. I hate secrets.
I do too.
But also, like, what I didn't want was, like, someone that was, like, toxic, had, like, a roster. Roster's kind of an ick for me, personally.
It's such an ick. This bad.
But having the roster is definitely an ick for me, and I just knew that wasn't quite one. And I wanted someone that was, like, kind of, like, innocent and, like, stuff like that.
And I feel like you and your boyfriend, you guys are just so unserious and always having fun. And I feel like that's key. You can't take each other too seriously. You have to have fun. You have to laugh. You guys are always just, like, joking about the funniest things. And I love to third wheel with you guys. It's literally my favorite.
Well, we're always trying to play matchmaker.
They are. And lately, Lily's been succeeding at it. Yeah. Okay, I think it's time we talk all about first dates.
Yes.
What was your first date like with your man?
Ice cream. Ice cream.
I feel like it's a rite of passage in college.
Yes, ice cream is cheap, affordable, and also if he's like kind of like you don't know about him, you can get out of ice cream really quick.
Yes, and it's like not like you're watching a movie where you have to be within close quarters. Like if you're sitting in the Sonic drive-thru, having a little ice cream,
sitting on that park bench.
Yes,
like it's a very easy escape.
Sitting on a park bench, thinking to myself, hey, isn't this easy? Anywho,
Yes.
So I completely agree, and I feel like getting ice cream with someone, it's kind of nice to, like, if you don't know what to say, you can just kind of like take a little bite of
And
your.
be like, wow, this ice cream is really good.
Yeah. Or if it's going really well, like, how long did your first ice cream date last?
I feel like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
That's a good amount. I feel like if it's 30 minutes to an hour, it might be a little bit of a red flag.
Yeah, but it was definitely good. Katie, what's your dream first date?
My dream first date? Honestly, something very outdoorsy.
Ooh.
I'm thinking a nice summer day, maybe a picnic. Maybe a little chips and queso next to the lake.
You do love some chips and queso.
Basking in the sun.
Oh, wow.
And then maybe if they have a dog, walking their dog around a trail.
You love animals.
Yes, I love animals, just like you, Lily.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, Lily recently found a kitten.
Oh.
Named her after
Betty.
Taylor Swift. Her name was Betty. After the Taylor Swift song. Okay, so how did you even find Betty?
So we had like hostas in our like front yard, right? And all of a sudden, should I meow?
I think you should.
All of a sudden we hear like a meow.
Oh.
And we're like, what is that cat? And then it became louder and louder.
Oh my.
The drama.
A little tiny mew.
Yes.
Like a baby kitten.
Turned into a screaming meow. And we're like, she is hurt. We found her laying on our bush, buried underneath all the leaves. I pick her up, and then I take her to Walmart to get her some food. She was so tiny.
Oh my gosh. I remember Lily was like calling me. I don't know what I was doing, but I
Yes.
couldn't get home right away. I come back home. She has this little kitten swaddled in this blanket.
You did not want to leave her.
It was so sad. And so that night, you bought Betty all sorts of things.
I only spent like $5, but yeah.
You had a nice setup for her.
Yes.
Where did she
Yes.
sleep?
Okay, she ended up staying at my boyfriend's house because people in my house are allergic to cats. And I
you have a
wanted her
dog.
to be warm. But also we had I have a dog. And like I gave her like my dog's kennel, like she could have slept outside in the kennel. Which brings me to the next morning.
Ugh,
I got her
heartbreaking.
and she was gone. Left the kennel.
She had escaped somehow, which you had shut it. So either
was
she
tight.
opened it or someone came and let her out.
Yeah, because I bet she was meowing really loud. But it was literally like 30 minutes. I went in and came back out. together.
Actually insane. So Betty, wherever you are, we hope
love
you're doing
you.
well.
We love you,
We're worried
Betty.
about you. We think about you all the time. Anytime the song Betty comes up on my playlist, I'm literally like
Thinking
so
of you and
senti.
Betty at the Eras Tour was for you, Betty.
Oh my gosh. Okay, speaking of the Eras Tour, I think it's time for our little game.
Yes,
So Lily
yes.
and I love to play this when we go out. I'm curious how we'll do right now on the pod.
Yes.
So this is A to Z Taylor Swift songs.
Okay.
I think you should start it off.
Okay. A, All Too Well, 10-minute version, of course.
B, Begin Again.
Katie, that's a good one. C, Cardigan.
Ooh, I was going to say Cassandra. Ooh. D, Don't Blame Me.
Ooh. Enchanted.
Oh, I love that one.
Seeing that live
Yeah.
was insane.
Was that her? That wasn't her surprise song. That
No,
was when she
no.
was in the
In the
purple
yes.
gown. Love
Stunning
that
dress.
one.
Stunning.
Or you could say Everything Has Changed featuring Ed
Oh,
Sheeran.
yes.
I
That one
love that
is
one.
so precious.
Next one, F.
That's on you, Katie.
Oh! Fearless! Oh, we should have done it how we sang every song. That would have been crazy.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
E,
G.
F, G.
Get away, car! Oh my gosh! Money in the bag and I stole the keys. That was the last time you ever saw me.
That is such a good song.
I'm actually gonna play that on the way home because I haven't
Yeah.
heard it in a while. G H. Okay, wait. Why am I stumped? Do you know one off the top of your head? I want to think of it.
You got it.
Sounds like a Christmas song. H.
Hits different.
Oh, yeah. It's different. Yeah, that one is kind of like not one that one would think of. I needed to phone a friend. Thanks, Lil.
That's okay.
Okay,
All right.
H-I.
Ivy.
Oh.
Guys, all of her songs were so amazing.
So amazing. J. We might need to cheat. I'm like really drawing a blank right now.
Oh, A, B, C, D, E, F.
G.
H.
H.
Oh,
I.
where is J?
J.
Hold on.
Are there songs that start with a
There
J?
has to be a song. Miss Girl, what were you looking at?
Flights to London.
What?
My aunts want to go on a trip with me in May, but I don't know if it'll happen because my stepbrother is also getting married then.
Jump then fall.
Oh, okay. See, that's not one that I would have thought of.
Yeah.
K.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, because I just have thinking of a really good one.
Say it.
King of My Heart.
Oh my gosh, that one is so good. All right, L, Love Story.
L, M, Mine, Mean.
Oh, I love both of
I do
those.
too.
And New Year's Day.
I was going to say Welcome to New York, but that's
New York.
N, L, M, N, O.
Oh.
L-M-N-O. I want to think of this one.
Okay.
It's on the tip
I
of
won't
my
give you
tongue.
any hints.
Are you thinking of it? Hours!
Yes!
That's a good one.
Yes!
Okay, hours.
L-M-N-O-P?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say Mr. Perfectly Fine.
Oh, I'm thinking of a good one for Pete.
What?
You do it.
Paper Rings!
Or Paris.
Think of that while you were over there.
Yes, you guys, when I went to Paris this summer, I vividly remember running under the Arc de Triomphe and running across the street with some of the other exchange students, and I was like, we were in Paris.
I know you were, Katie.
L-M-N-O-P-Q.
Question! Very real.
Question. Q-R. Is it me?
I don't remember.
Regardless.
Regardless.
I need to look.
Let's see. Oh my gosh!
Red!
Ready for it?
Are you ready for it?
Bong, bong, bong.
Renegade? What?
That was like a...
Renegade.
Oh
God.
R. Q,
S.
S. This should be easy. Safe and sound.
Oh, style.
We never go out of style.
You got that James Dean
daydream. Look in your eyes.
S T. Thinking of one.
I think is it my turn or your
I don't know. You go.
turn? Okay.
I can't think.
T.
Is Timeless a Taylor Swift?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Timeless. I love that one.
I was like, am I tripping?
QRST.
You.
Ooh.
Under the Sea. No, that's Ariel.
No way. You is crazy. Oh.
Untouchable. There's a lot of good T ones.
Yeah.
Today was a fairy tale. I think I'm having a stroke or I just have a slight concussion. I'm not sure.
It's okay. Or
You,
teardrops on
my guitar. Ooh, you tolerate it. Okay, T-U-V.
Very first night.
Yes.
Yes.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
The
Q, R,
fact
S,
that we
T,
have to
U, V,
sing the
W.
Wow, the stream.
Ah!
Welcome to New York.
It's
been waiting for you.
W-X. There's no X. Y.
I feel like there might be an X. I'm just kidding. I doubt there is.
I don't even know any words that start with X. W,
Yeah.
X,
They skipped X.
Y.
You got this, Katie.
You're on your own, kid. You always have been.
You belong with me. Taylor Swift is such an icon.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think there's any for Z either.
You need to calm down.
You're
Getting
being
too loud. And none for Z. Lily, thank you so much for joining the Girl You're Fine podcast.
Of course.
I just love you.
I love
This
you,
has been
Katie.
a dream. The first of many episodes. I
Oh
know
my
right
gosh.
now. This is so fun. You are my favorite sister.
Stop!
The best Swiftie, I know. And thank you to all of the listeners and viewers of the Girl You're Fine podcast. Be sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and you can watch us on Spotify and YouTube. We will see you guys next week. Bye!